YouTube. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's well. Today is 25 out of 30, 5 more days, and then we will begin stock for beginners. So let's get into it. I was looking at SPY earlier. Don't mind me. Just looking at SPY. I was just curious about the day. So let's look up Apple. So Apple had a nice day. Um, I had a really nice day. The reason why is because earnings are coming around, and when earnings come around, it's like either the market could react to earnings in a positive note or a negative note. And what happened was there was a couple of earnings that came out, and quarter three is coming around. So basically, there's 4 quarters to in like the whole year. Everything is divided into like quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, and quarter four. And there's a lot of stocks that like big stocks that are reporting their earnings very soon, which therefore made the market react to it, aka it bounced. Um, that's not really a surprise. In this market, you're gonna see a lot of gap ups and gap downs, meaning let me just hide these drawings so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So gap ups is when, so this is where it closed. So the market closed. If you guys can see the date right here, where it says 10:14. So at 4 o'clock, this closed, right? Which is the end of the stock market. So the stock market basically it's open from 9:30 in the morning all the way to 4 p.m. Right, and during that time the market can either go up or down, right? So yesterday it closed, as you guys can see right here, the price it closed at 138.19 cents, right? The next day, which it opened in the morning at 9:30, the stock market saw, and I heard about like all about the news about stocks having earnings quarter three, and decided, hey, I think this is positive news. Let's react to it. And what buyers and sellers did is they went into the whole market, because the market is made out of sellers and buyers. They got into the market. They fought a little bit. Eventually the buyers won, and it skyrocketed. It won. The whole market was up today. Apple itself went up to 142.69. It came back down for a little pullback, but that's expected throughout the day. You gotta anticipate pullbacks. What I always say is like, so let's just say there's a big move in the morning, right? So there was a big move in the morning, or a big move down in the morning. Either way, when there's a big move like that, you gotta realize that majority of the day is gonna consolidate. It's gonna range. So like, for example, you guys see it gapped up, had a big move all the way to 140. It went from 140 to 142, came back down. So you could have made money on the upside and the downside, and then it just chilled the rest of the day. Like you would have had to wait. Let's just say you would have gone in here for calls 140. You would have to wait until the rest of the day just to get a little bit of profit, a little, or even break even, because premiums be kicking in. But yeah, so when it's like a big move to the downside, you could definitely expect some consolidation. So like for example here, came down a little more, and then just consolidated. I would say the only exception is like when there's like a lot of pressure in the market, and when there's like a lot of people stepping in, like volume wise. So like for example, right here, it had a gap down. It went up a little bit, consolidated for a little bit, and then buyers started stepping in, and it skyrocketed. Apple makes Apple go crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna break all this down. I'm probably talking a little too fast, or vocabulary is a little hard to understand for now. But I'm gonna break it down as soon as this 30-day trial is over. So today is, what's today? Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Monday. Today is Monday. Oh my god, I'm losing track of the days right now. Today is Monday. Let's look at the EMAs. Let's see what is up with this stock. So long term, this cross is still gonna be here. The 510, the 100 and the 200 EMA, they still cross, which is longer term is still bearish. This is interesting actually. So it's still below this candle right here, this green candle. It's still below majority of the EMAs except the 5 and the 10 EMA. And what that means, so right here, right, it's literally on the 5 and the 10 EMA, specifically the 5 though. It ain't run up to the 20 EMA. So what I could say is it could be a little bit bearish with this one, cause like you look back. So let me get rid of. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So let me get rid of the rest of the EMA so you can see like the 5 and 10. See exactly what I'm looking at right now. So I don't know if you guys can see, right? You guys see how this candle is in between these two lines, right? It's like resting on it. You look back a little bit, you see this candle in between, and the next day is bearish, right? You look in between this one, this is the same thing. The green candle in between is bearish. I can even go even further. Let me just find something though that like actually leads to it, and it's also bearish too. So like you see here how it's in between, and it rides up. It's kind of bullish. I mean, either way, I'm leaning a little bit towards bears right now, just because of the rest of the EMAs currently. The rest of the EMAs are still giving out bearish indicators. Volume on the day was 84,675,992. I don't need to say all that. I could have just said 80. I could round it up to 85 million. It's below. It's average. You know, nothing too crazy. RSI is picking up. However, RSI is at 45. I did say RSI could hit the 50 mark and then come back down a little bit. But yeah, let's add our drawing. Let's see what is up. So okay. With the drawings, you make sure. Okay, so when you're doing stocks or whatever, you need to make sure that you have, drawings, aka support, resistance, supply and demand, whatever the case may be. Make sure that you have something set up. You can't just rely only on indicators, because like the issue is, you can just use indicators, and it could work out good at first, but in the longer run, you gotta realize that you need more than indicators, because indicators sometimes they give you false signals. So like for example, the indicators would be like, yo, it's a buy sign, get into play, and then all of a sudden you get in, and that's the only thing you're relying on, and it backfires, and you're like, what happened? Just don't rely only on indicators. But yeah, let's get into it. That's my chair, by the way. Chill. So yeah, it bounced off. So looking at it, it bounced off support really nice, like the 140 area. It bounced off. Bounced off all the way to 142. I said 140. Yeah, 142.83, and then it came back down just a little bit. We still have that gap. So we're gonna break it down into the hourly. Let's see what is up in the hourly. Let me get rid of the drawing so we can just see something real quick. All right, drawings are out of the picture. So, there is still on the 145. There's still a gap that has to be filled. Patiently just waiting, I guess, for that. Now let me zoom in on the EMAs. Let's see what is up with this stock. So let's see. Stock and market gap though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. There has this. Excuse me. There are crosses right here, but that's just because the market gapped up. Like it gapped up, and then everything was just bullish. Right now on the hourly, we can see that the resistance, or the support, it bounced off, would be 140, aka this yellow line. You guys can see right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. That these candles literally rest on the 50 EMA on the hourly. We did see like a little bit of a pullback all the way to the the 5 EMA. It came down to the 5 EMA and quickly bounced off, and then it stayed under the 100 EMA and above the 5 EMA. I love it how it tested the 5 so perfectly. Like you guys can see, literally it came down, touched it, bounced right back up, went all the way to 142.90, and then came back down just a little bit. I did see like a little bit of selling pressure in the end of the day. Like if I break it down a little bit, just cause I'm guessing people got out, they was afraid like there's gonna be a little bit pullback tomorrow. Not 100% sure, but there is this candle ended on red, so like we could see like a little bit of a pullback tomorrow. But let me add the drawing to see what is up with this stock. Okay. What I like to do is I like to like anticipate, like not predict, but like I like to like prepare myself. This is the purpose of this channel. I like to prepare myself for, which way do I perceive my this stock to go during the day. So like for example, I always prepare like for a move to the upside and the downside just to make sure. And whenever that play occurs, so let's just say I'm like, all right, I expect the stock to go $3 up, and I expect the stock to go also $3 down. And by me using support resistance and also indicators, I would get into play. I would follow the play. So if I see that this is at 142, I'm like, all right, it should hit 145 and reject it. I could play off that 145 area, and on the downside also. So like let's just say let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So let's just say I know that for sure, like the indicators and everything is telling me always gonna come up to probably high 145. So what I would do, I would like set my stop loss. So let me draw it up for you guys again. So if I knew that it was gonna touch 145 is a big resistance, right? It's a big resistance looking back at it. So what I would do is I'll wait till it touches it. I'll wait like a day or two, see what happens, and if it rejects it, I'll just play off the downside. So it touches this, and then it could reject and have a like a pullback, and I'll play off this pullback right here. But let me not get too focused on the plays. Let me just examine the stock for you guys. So what I want to see tomorrow is I want to see like more more volume coming in, because like during these past couple of days we have had a lot of volume. I just want to see like a big move coming, whether that's to the downside or upside. My from technical analysis, I see like a little bit downside still, like longer term. I want the gap to be filled also on the upside. So this is let me get rid of that. I'm gonna draw this gap also, this right here. Yeah. Alright. So I drew this just for my reference of the gap, because it has not filled the gap yet. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So what I could probably anticipate for tomorrow, since it's like shorter term uptrend, I would want to see this stock either break through this 100 EMA and touch like the resistance. That's what I want, priority. The second thing I would want for bear side, this is the bullish side right now. Bullish side, it could come up, fill the gap, and then just come down a little bit more. The bearish side would be it touches the 100 and then comes back down even further. I'm gonna anticipate tomorrow probably like a $4 move, just because I feel like a lot of volume is gonna be coming in. Like a lot of people gonna be seeing it and they be like, what's up with this stock? But yeah, that's what I anticipate tomorrow. Nothing crazy. But yeah, hope you guys have a good one. This is day 25 out of day 30. We have 5 more days. And when I mean 5 more days, I don't include the weekend. I mean like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So basically 5 more videos coming. And then I'm gonna do an extra video asking you guys like questions, seeing what's up. And yeah, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a good one and be safe. Peace.